Hello, my friends. This is Rosemary. I know I'm looking all crazy, but let me tell you something. I'm going to entitle this, what people say about our surgeries. I tell you. Just when you think, or I don't even know how to say this. I'm like, ugh. I ain't a happy camper right now. So I was outside, and usually one of the boys will come and cut our grass, and we pay him like $20. But I thought, I'm going to save my husband some money, and I'm going to go cut the grass myself. Because we need all the extra 20s we can get. So I was going to cut the grass, and then the lawnmower is like crazy. It's the neighbor's lawnmower, because our lawnmower, the neighbor that used to live next to us, broke it and never fixed it. Anyway, that's another story. So anyway, I couldn't get it to work, and I'm pulling on the thing. I couldn't get it to work. So then the guy that was using it next door, he said, you need to get your husband to do that because it's really hard. I can't even get it to work sometimes. So, and anyway, he left it up here for us to use. So, I have another neighbor on the other side. And we were talking and stuff, and she says, I see you walking all the time. I said, yeah, I walk all the time. I used to be, I tell everybody how far I've come, I'm proud of it. She says, I know she probably didn't mean it like the way it sounded, but I was like, it left my mouth open. Let me know if it had left your mouth open. So I was telling her how far I've come, and I used to weigh almost 500 pounds, and I'm at 145 right now, or whatever. And she looks up and down me, up and down. She's a short lady, too. A young girl. And she says, I thought that those kind of surgeries made you skinny. And at that moment, I don't know what's in my mouth. And at that moment, I didn't know how to react. Usually I got something to say. Usually I don't. Actually, my sister's more like, she'll come up with something faster than, I always have to think about how the words came out, right? Because I'm thinking, she didn't mean it that way. She didn't mean it that way, Rosemary. Don't take it bad. But the more I thought about it, we said our goodbyes and everything already, and I came back in, and I was gonna go get on the elliptical, but then I thought, let me talk about this because it's getting deep. It got me to thinking that nobody knows our story really but us. And it's easy in this community to tell our story because we're so proud of ourselves. And if I come on and show you my body or what I'm wearing, like the other day when I wore that polka dotted dress and it's a size 6 because it stretches, I can wear it. But it makes me proud. I want to share that, right? And you guys can relate and see my progress. But nobody else sees my progress. So to the world, or in some people's eyes, I shouldn't say the world. This girl is young and tiny, and probably has always been tiny. Looks at me as still big. Why? Because I still have the big arms and the big legs. I remember coming on, I don't know, maybe Janie will remember, or somebody back in the day when I first started doing videos. Do you remember, Janie, when I did a video crying about, I had gone to Ross or something like that, and I was going down an aisle, and I heard two Mexican ladies, and they were speaking Spanish, and they said something to the effect, one of the girls go, "Dad, did you see that big ass on that woman?" or something like that in Spanish. And they were referring to me because I was the only one on the aisle. But they were talking on the other aisle, and I could hear them. And I couldn't even get myself to buy what I had in my hands. I just put it down, went to the car, and just started crying. Because I know how far I've come, yet nobody else can see it. Nobody else knows me. If somebody was to come up to me right now, they wouldn't know the struggles I have. They don't know that I used to be as big as a house. They don't know that. So, I don't know what my point is really, other than just talking to you guys and probably wanting to say the most in this video that I really want to say is that no one knows our struggles but us. And sometimes we're the only ones that can be proud of how far we've come. I don't need to make it known to her. You know, like explain to her, and I didn't. And explain to her that what she said, what did she mean by that? You know, did she mean that I was still huge? Do I look huge? I probably do to her eyes. Like I said, she's young and has a very nice, thin body. But we've got to learn to be grateful and be proud of how far we've come. I don't see anything wrong with us showing our progress in this community. I've gotten some letters back in the day, not any time recently, but back in the day that talks about, well, I'm not going to be flaunting my body all over the place and showing on Facebook, you know, how far I've come or things like that. And I wrote back and said, you should. You should. Because if anybody's going to be proud, it should be you. It should be you. And it's not called flaunting. It's not called flaunting your body. It's called being proud of how far you've come. Being grateful for the things that you can do now. You know? Why not be grateful that you've come from a size 6X to a size 8'10"? Why not be grateful for that? You know? Why not be grateful for coming from a 5X to a 4X? Why not be grateful for that? Come on, guys. Anyway, I just had to say it. Oh, I just had to say it. I might go back out there and start pulling weeds or something, but I even got to thinking, I don't really want to do that because maybe she'll look at me and go, "Oh, look at that big woman." But then that's just in my head. I know that's just in my head. Is it in my head, guys? You know? Maybe it's what I'm wearing today. Let me stand up and show you what I'm wearing today. Maybe that's what it is. It could be. It could be. Let me show you. It could be my arms. I don't know. See, I'm not wearing compression garments. But you guys know how big my legs were last year. Okay? You guys know how big my body was since I started this YouTube thing. Not from the beginning. You guys don't know how big I was. But I'll show a picture at the end of how big I was. But really, seriously, do I look like I'm bending over because I can't stand up. Well, I guess I can. But I must look huge to her. I must. Anyway, I just had to say what was on my mind today. I hope you guys don't mind. Mama had to talk to Mama today. Sure did. But I gotta be proud of how far I've come, no matter what. I'm gonna take my walk. It is 10:15. I did have breakfast this morning. I had a egg and some salsa that I made yesterday. I made tomato soup yesterday. A farmer gave us a bunch of tomatoes, and I made tomato soup, and I was gonna put it on video, and I forgot. I got to thinking about what I want to do, and then boom, I was gonna put the tomato soup that I made on video. It was so good, and it's still good. I have it jarred in my refrigerator. We're gonna throw some shrimp in it this weekend. Hopefully, we'll get some shrimp this weekend. But anyway, can you relate? If you can, send me a comment. Let me know if you can relate. What do people say to you? All right. I'm done rambling. I love you guys. Bye. I'll be back.